Now we're ready for another video, which is from Pavel Stodulka about CAPSULaser with no need for patient interface and new centration feature. He will show to us his practice, his experience. He's the one that has made more cases worldwide, and indeed I thank Pavel to be here today in this special Saturday session of CAPSULaser. Please run the video of Dr. Stodulka.
This presentation is going to be about contemporary CAPSULaser with no need for patient interface and the recent advances on CAPSULaser capsulotomy. CAPSULaser is a compact laser which fits underneath of any contemporary microscope. It performs capsulotomy in a fraction of a second, and the capsulotomy has given diameter. It's circular, reliable, and strong. And the recent improvements of CAPSULaser enables us to use this laser with no patient optical interface, which makes the centration easier and the procedure faster. First of all, we have improved the staining of anterior capsule with 0.4% of microfiltered trypan blue solution. And in 94% of eyes, we obtain intense blue central landmark of diameter 2 to 4 millimeters. This center dark spot, which we call center capsule landmark, has never been described in the literature. So what can we use this for? Perhaps for capsulotomy centration, which is not easy because of the eye asymmetry and tilt, different kappa angles, and different IOL positions. What we know is that Purkinje images are on visual axis, which is 0.3 millimeter nasal and 0.1 millimeter inferior from the mesopic pupil center. And biaspheric IOL center should be within 0.3 millimeters from visual axis. So the centration is crucial. So let's have a look how the Purkinje images and the central trypan blue capsule landmark coincide. And we have found out that the Purkinje images are right in the center of capsule landmark, providing the patient fixating. And the mean deviation from the Purkinje image and the center of capsule landmark is only 0.06 millimeters plus minus 0.05. So perhaps we can use this capsule landmark for centration of our capsulotomy. Design a study on this. This is a study on 117 eyes, which were divided into two groups. Group 1, a control group, 28 eyes, centration to the mydriatic pupil, and Group 2, 89 eyes, centration to the central trypan landmark. Anterior capsule was stained by 0.4% microfiltered trypan blue, and then CAPSULaser capsulotomy was performed, and CAPSULaser capsulotomy deviation from IOL centrum and coaxial Purkinje images was measured and statistically proceeded. Regarding Group 1, the mean deviation from center was 0.24 microns, plus minus 0.09, and the IOL was covered 360 degrees, but not really symmetrically. Group 2, centration to the central trypan landmark. The mean deviation is smaller, only 0.14 millimeters, plus minus 0.06, and the IOL optic was covered really symmetrically by this capsulotomy. So the clinical result was obviously better with this Group 2.
The procedure begins with anterior capsule staining with proprietary trypan blue for 30 seconds. The dye is washed out by BSS or Ringer solution. And the anterior chamber is filled with OVD. The blue blue center is a landmark for capsulotomy centration. CAPSULaser is a compact laser with a delivery system mounted under a microscope, which fits all different types of surgical microscopes. The laser performs capsulotomy in only 0.25 seconds, with a diameter from 4.0 to 5.5 millimeters in 0.1 millimeter increments. The contemporary version requires no surgical contact lens, which makes the procedure very straightforward. After the centration and focus, the circular capsulotomy is done. The central capsular disc is aspirated directly by the phaco tip. The cataract is removed through capsulotomy with the blue stained edge, which increases its visibility. The pressure of the capsular tension ring over the capsulotomy edge demonstrates its reliability and strength. The trifocal intraocular lens is being injected, and OVD irrigated from behind its optic. The capsulotomy is perfectly centered over the trifocal lens optic at the conclusion of surgery.
To conclude, center trypan blue capsule landmark can serve for capsulotomy centration, and this method is better over the centration to pupil center. There is no need for patient fixation during the procedure because we know that the capsule landmark is within 0.06 millimeters mean from optical axis. It's also suitable for manual capsulorhexis, and no PI CAPSULaser capsulotomy is easy and precise, and we are really happy we were able to simplify the method this way.
Well, thank you very much. And I think that we have a very good satellite session with CAPSULaser. You have seen which is the latest way to use this technology without any other inconvenient fixation device. You need only a Thornton ring, a modified Thornton ring, very easy to manipulate, disposable, and you can use for 1 minute the strip and blue, which is indeed the material that stains the center so well, and in this way you can use the Purkinje image for the very first time to centrate directly by you the procedure.